that aren't. Hi, Karen.
Hello, Kim. How are you today?
I'm doing great. You know, I forget to mention that I don't work Fridays. So I come on here and I don't view this work. It's really about sharing, right?
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and I don't and so I don't really worry about uh things that I don't feel like I'm going to a business meeting. So is my hair perfectly straight and do I have some lip gloss on? None of those things really come into play on Fridays for me. So,
No, this is fun stuff.
and on that note, I'm pretty excited today because we're talking about an interesting topic, right?
Yes, we are. Today we're talking about the second step towards riches as told by Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, and that is faith. And when
Mm-hmm.
we talk about faith, I just want to also talk about, we're not necessarily talking about religion. We could be talking about spirituality, but we're not talking about religion. So if anybody listening is not necessarily religious, that's fine. This still does apply to you. We all have some level of spirituality, no matter what you believe in or don't believe in. So that's that. But we're also specifically here talking about faith in yourself and faith in your ideas. And when we talk about Napoleon Hill, we talk about having faith in the infinite. So he'll refer to it as the infinite. You can refer to it as the universe, as God, as whatever you choose to define it as, and that's perfectly fine.
I love that you said that because so often uh, I find it so interesting because I welcome knowledge, I welcome growth, I welcome learning. And my family, they came from Ireland and settled in Montreal. So I was born in Montreal, and they're Catholic and Irish Catholic. And we're not going to go through the education of religion, especially when it pertains to other countries. But you can imagine that we were raised with faith. However, I have been the problem child, or I would say probably very open-minded, and have welcomed everybody into my home on Christmas Eve. It's a tradition. I put the tree up. And when you talk about faith, so you brought up this, and I wasn't going to share this, but it's just perfect timing. And at home, I do the Irish tradition of a candle lit. And if you have no place to go, you want to come home, you're very welcome to join us in our celebrations. I also welcome people of other faiths. So from my days of karate, I invited people that were Buddha, so Muslim, Jewish, and even Berber, which is from Algeria. And I have learned the Baha'i faith, and we are all in our heart of faith and believe in something more than ourselves. And I think the faith today that would be really welcoming, the one that we feel that we want to share with you, is the belief you have in yourself, the faith you have in yourself. That to me is very important.
I agree. I agree because everything starts at home. So the faith that you have in yourself. So when we want to talk about faith and your goal and your vision and going towards it, we have to start with, what is your vision? What is your goal? So last week you spoke about goal cards. Did everybody do their goal card? And if you need a goal card, Sage Navigation has My Compass. So just reach out and they will make sure that you get something that you can work with. So your card provides you with the focus on taking action towards what you want in your life. Last week, you also spoke about nature wrapping up the impulse of strong desire. That's something that recognizes nothing, no such word as impossible, and accepts no such reality as failure. You give nature something, nature will create. It doesn't fail, it creates.
Oh, it does not like void spaces. It's going to just fill that up.
It's going to create something. So what are you going to create? So today, that's what we're diving into. Have faith in yourself, faith in the infinite, and further, it is the eternal elixir, which gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. Faith is belief. If you don't have it, don't worry. You can develop it by intention. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, it states a state of mind which can be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through the principle of autosuggestion. What is autosuggestion? Repeating something to yourself, using an affirmation. Later, it states faith is a state of mind which you may develop at will. Repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of emotion of faith. So
Yeah.
we can talk about affirmations, and you can get really, really good at doing affirmations. One way to help yourself in the affirmation with your goal card, with your compass, is to repeat it. So that is autosuggestion right there. You have your goal, make it clear, make it positive about something that you want, not something that you don't want. And you repeat it to yourself morning and evening before you retire. There's something else that goes along with it, is attaching emotion to it. That is very, very important. So
on that note, Karen, I would add to that. I love that you said that, because there's an awful lot of emotion going on. Katherine is with us, though we don't see her. She's in dockside, and really empty nesting is what she's doing, making sure that her children are in the right place with everything they need to find success. And I think I always was reluctant with that word empty nester. Yeah, I know you're here. Thank you, Katherine. And I want to recognize that as we go through this journey, Katherine and I are on the same journey right now, because David's moving to Ottawa, and her family, well, she has 4 and 3 of them are on the road. She'll talk about that. And here's where faith, one time my cousin said to me, my cousin Candace, who's a sage navigator, she said, you have such blind faith. And I thought, interesting. And at Napoleon Hill, they talk about one of the principles. So in the book, they talk about faith. But if you dive deeper, and we will, because that's what we do. And if you're in our book club, which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes, well, we do that even more, but we spend more time together. But applied faith is really very powerful. And that's one of the 17 principles of success. We will go into that when we finish with the chapters in Think and Grow Rich. We'll go on to the 17 principles, because they're so interesting. So if we look at the first chapter we talked about desire. The principle attached to that step is definiteness of purpose. And if you don't have definite of purpose, there is no achievement of success. And I say that in the negative context, which is hard for me even to spit out because it's that negative, but that's how important it is. You have a goal you want to achieve, better have it written down. You better have your compass card. You better know where point B is. And there are things you can't change. We talked about that. But faith, you can look at the word faith, which to me is belief. And And it encompasses my spirituality, my religion, what I believe. And I can say that I hope you can say this to yourself. If you can't borrow it from me, what you want to say, I love sharing affirmations and statements because I know they work. So what you want to say is, I believe. I believe in me. I believe in me, and I believe in what I'm doing. So listen to it, say it, remind yourself of it. You know, I believed that one day Karen Postema would join on a venture. Didn't know what it would look like. HP believed 2 friends in college would join forces, not knowing what they would do, but they had faith they would find what they were going to do. And when I think of Katherine, she came in to do a vision map, and she believed that we could create sage navigation and make impact. So we co-founded it. That's what belief at its core looks like. But faith now, applied faith is applying it in going somewhere. And faith in action is really about movement. So I'm very happy that we're sharing this chapter, and we'll do it over 2 weeks. But absolutely, isn't it curious when we're in book club to watch over 4 years we've been together and watch the transformation? That is exactly like, first day you go, you don't say too much. Second time you go, maybe you'll read. Third time you go, you have something to say. And then at one point, you're actually in the zone of growing.
And it's beautiful to see in each other's eyes that people are getting it, and people are just lighting up because they get it, and it's having an impact. And it has a great impact for me personally, and I love seeing other people being impacted by these positive messages that we share, and these amazing life-changing things that we're doing.
I had an experience which was disturbing at one point, and I'll share it today because it has to do with deceit. Because we say an affirmation and acting as if is as if you're there now. So therefore, you are living the life you want to live, even if it's not there in your presence, in your eyes view. It is there in your energy view, but it's not in your eyes view. So it would be like somebody has decided they want something and they don't have it. So they don't have a car and they want a car. So they act as if they have a car. Now, it can be deceitful, people would say, because they don't have a car and they're acting like they have a car. So who are you acting as if you have a car with and for? Yourself. You're not going around the city saying, well, I'm a multimillionaire and I live on the water in a $10 million home. And I go on and on with all the things that you want to. You have faith it's coming. You have to create the affirmation. But there's a difference. Deceit comes when you're bragging about anything you have, especially if you don't have it. Like, why would you do that? So, we talk about that as being so important. And I was in the presence of that, where somebody was in the movement of acting as if, and shared with people that they had this when they didn't. They were in their role. I want to be an Academy winning actress. I actually thought she was an actress. I thought she was an actress with an Academy Award. She acted as if. So what was the fine line? That was okay. She was an actress, and she is waiting for her Academy Award. There's no deceit there. I was with another person that said, yes, that's the car I have, a Lexus, a Tesla. She didn't have a Tesla. So the person that had the Tesla went into a conversation with them. Only, oh, what kind do you have? Oh, well, I'm just ordering it now. Oh, which one are you ordering? Have you test drove it? On and on and on. And it became embarrassing because she was not only acting as if in the degree, but it became the borderline lie, which then hurts you. So it's not about lying. It's about knowing and believing and having faith it's on its way, but not setting yourself up.
Yeah, but so what you're talking about is conducting yourself as you're already in possession of what it is that you desire. So I'll give another example. You want to go on a beach vacation down south in the tropics, but your budget won't allow you to. Well, how can you duplicate that and feel like you're already there? You can visualize, but you know what? You can go to the edge of the water. You can go to a lake near where you live. You can go to a beach close to where you live. We have, even close by here, we have beautiful beaches that you can go to, sit down, hang out, go swim without, and that will help you. If that helps you to visualize that you're already in possession of this and that you have, let's say, the affluence to go on that beach vacation, or use whatever example you have in your life and in your energy zone, and make it happen by doing other things that will bring you closer to that dream or that vision or that thing that you want.
Go to the travel agent. Look into where you would go. Be more specific. Be more specific. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go where in Mexico? I want to go to the Mayan Riviera. What do I want to do there? And this is what it is. And believe that it's happening for you. And it won't be long.
Taking those steps, going on that vacation, going to visit properties to see what the budget is. Is my budget realistic? And then once you have it at your fingertips, you will be saving money for it. You will be taking action towards it, because every time you do something, you're taking a step closer. And that desire becomes more and more burning.
And to complement that, we're not to know how it's going to come, because it's not going to come the way you think. I can get somewhere many ways. I can take the highway, I can walk, I can fly, I can get from A to B on the water. There's many ways to get somewhere. And sometimes we overthink, overplan, and we lack the faith. And the faith is what's going to get us there. You just have to be clear on what you want and demand it from the universe. And it's on its way. It's on its way. And trust the process and believe in what's out of you and believe in what's in you. Abundance is everything outside. It's all waiting for you. Somebody has it. Somebody has what you want. Now you just need them to share it with you. You need that resort to want you there. You need that home to want you to be the owner or the occupant. So you need to demand it. You need to say, I want that. Because why can't you have it? But the problem is we're not specific. And then we don't believe. We figure, oh, wait a minute. I don't have the money in the bank account. Well, you're looking at the wrong bank account. You better be making a check to yourself for the right amount. You better be changing the bank balance. Stop looking at it and stop telling yourself that there's not enough there. Start thinking about there is enough, and watch and see that promotion. Like we were in here one day and Bill got a call. He just got this big raise. I don't know why. It came. The bonus, it came. The things that we're working on today, they were an idea. They're happening. And on that note, I think we should talk about book club. Because Wednesday, it all starts.
Wednesday at 7 p.m. it all starts. So we always have a little touch base with Think and Grow Rich, but this week, next week, I guess I could say, we are going to be starting to read The Science of Getting Rich. by Wallace Wattles. And this book definitely influenced Napoleon Hill when he wrote Think and Grow Rich. So we're going to take a little steps backwards in a sense to see where all of this wisdom comes from. And we have a lot of interesting things that we're going to find out and learn together and discuss. And I'm so excited to share all of this with our beautiful group that we have. I will explain how we work just so that everybody who is interested has an idea of what they're looking out for. Is that we read for 20 minutes, a half hour, and then we share and we discuss what stood out for you. And if you want to read, you read. If you don't want to read, you don't read, and that's perfectly fine. There's no homework, there's no prep work. You don't have to have read it in advance. You just show up. And
There's no test.
There's no test, there's no exam. And if you don't show up 1 week or 2 weeks or 6 months, that's fine too. You pick up and you come in and you join as it suits you. You're never going to be put on the spot. You will volunteer if you choose to, and that is perfectly fine. And we have great positive conversations with these amazing bits of information that help us to grow and learn. And I can only say that I really hope that whoever joins us gets as much out of it as people who are often there.
So reach out, okay? You can try it out for free. Come in and join us for a month. When it comes time to paying a month later, it's the price of a cup of coffee. Our membership, La Marina members, they come in under a different program. But reach out, have the conversation with us. Sign up so you get the Zoom link. It happens in Zoom every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And we spend time from 7 till 8. And it's just everything about growing. And we're wealth seekers. We're a book club, but we're wealth seekers and wealth in all areas of our life. But I want to read something that I just opened my book. So I read every day for hours. And I read chapter 4, 7, 11, and 14 of The Science of Getting Rich for 90 days. And anybody that wants to know more, say more, and I'll reach out and talk to you because it's a valid point for another time. But here you go. On page 77 of my book, it says, your vision and faith will set the creative force in motion to bring it towards you, and your action will cause the forces in your own environment to move you toward the place you want. What does that mean? Here's the action you can take. Go to Sage Navigation website, sign up, and you will get the link to come join us in Zoom. If you're uncomfortable doing that and you need more information, reach out to Katherine, reach out to myself, reach out to Karen, just DM us. We'll be glad to hop on a call. And there's no obligation. Here's the thing. We want to connect and help as many people as we can with wealth and connectivity. If you don't want to take action, then I'll love you a lot, but we don't want you to take this action if you don't want to do your part, because we want to succeed. We want success. We have the formula. We know how it works. Our community knows how it works. You want to join us? We want you. You don't have to have any qualifications. You just have to want it. We can help you with the rest. So, I don't know. Do you have anything to add that you want to add?
I was thinking that I hadn't mentioned that it was on Zoom, so it doesn't matter where you are. It is on Zoom, as Kim was saying. So, just come and join us, try it out, see if it's for you, and you have nothing to lose.
It all starts Wednesday.
Everything to gain, and it all starts this Wednesday.
And you know what? And we're allowing you and welcoming you and inviting you. Call to action. Come for free and see what it is. We're saying come check it out. And if it's for you, well, you might have found a match, like Dot Match and all these places that set matches. We're a match. That's what I would tell you. We're a match if you want more. So, merci à tout le monde de Montréal. And I see that Karine is piping in saying, can't wait to see everyone next Wednesday at 7. Go to sagenavigation.ca to get the Zoom link. So thank you, Karine, for putting that in. And I really, really, really welcome all of you, and thank you for investing. The most important thing you'll ever do is invest in your time, because anybody can go spend money, but you don't, and you can recoup that back. Go work an extra hour, create something, but what you can't get is your time back. So choose wisely and
invest in yourself.
Yeah, I wish you could see you through the eyes of people that see beyond, because they're growing with this material. So thank you very much. Katherine Kim Mullen, Karen Postema, and I'll say for Karine, have a lovely long weekend. Remember, it's Labor Day weekend. It's not labor, it's take a break.
Taking a break from labor.
And
extra time to read.
Step right into you. It's time. It's time to claim the life you want. Not tomorrow, today. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. À bientôt.
À bientôt.
I've stopped the live stream.